Good evening, otherworldlies. This is Juliana Angel, your dark mask diva. So I'm so glad you guys liked my video from earlier today. I really enjoyed making it. That was my video number 200, so this is my 201. Okay, so I keep getting asked from people how to repel narcissists. Okay, so everyone on YouTube, everyone everywhere is talking about narcissists. Now, the thing about narcissists, you guys, is people generally complain about them because they're cheaters, right? But that's not the only reason we need to worry about them, you guys. They're sociopaths, okay? Them cheating on us is only one of the bad things that they do. They're highly manipulative, horrible people who basically try to take over your life, okay? They basically try to gaslight you, drive you crazy, take over your entire life, and just basically use you and dominate you, control you, and that sort of thing. So I want to let you know what kind of people they prey upon, all right? And what you can do to basically repel them. I'm not saying this is like a 100%, you will never run into one, you will never deal with one. But they tend to be a certain type of person, and they tend to be attracted to certain types of people. Okay, so, and they come along during certain times in your life, and that sort of thing. So the thing is this doesn't make you any certain type of person if a narcissist comes after you, but I'm going to let you know what kind of people they are, okay? So, narcissistic people, I know everyone thinks that they like themselves. They don't, okay? People have a lot of misgivings about them, and, just a lot of misconceptions about them in general. Okay, they aren't conceited. That's not what they are, okay? And they aren't players per se. Well, I mean, they do, the ones that cheat, they do mirror their victims, so they can romance them and stuff like that. But I'm going to just tell you basically what they do. Their whole MO is to control other people. Okay, and the ones that cheat and stuff like that, they're doing that to just they're doing that for attention. Okay, that's their whole thing. Yeah, they're doing that for sexual experience, but basically narcissists are just hungry for constant attention. They constantly feel empty inside, and they want control, and they want attention, and they just need it constantly. They constantly need control and attention, okay? Because they are just empty vacuums inside that just constantly crave this control and attention. Like, it's never enough for them, and whatever you do for them, it's just never enough, and they will constantly hound you, all right? And then they will constantly hound you and decide that your control and attention was never good enough in the first place, and they will move on to a new victim, okay? After they completely baffle you, use you, and then they'll discard you. Okay, so that's what they do. That's what the whole cheating thing is with a narcissist. Okay, if you're their partner, what they're going to do is they're going to control you, do a number on your head, and then they're going to need a second person, a third person, and stuff like that. So that's why when you are romantically involved with one, that they cheat on you, because they need attention from several sources at once, because they're just never happy. And that's why when you're involved when they're cheating. Okay, so but just narcissists in general, they just constantly need attention. So I'm going to just kind of describe them. The thing about narcissists is they need to constantly control situations. So here's something you can do, okay, to kind of see one coming. Now, what they're going to do is they're going to prey on you if you are a nice person. So what you need to do, if you know that you have a good heart and you're a nice person, is practice being a little bit less soft. Okay? Now I know I'm on here saying, don't be so combative, right? I'm saying resist an argument, right? I was just saying that in my last video. Stop arguing with people, right? Okay? What I'm saying is, you don't need to argue. You don't need to argue online, and that kind of thing. You don't need to just argue. Well, what I'm saying is don't let people argue with you, right? Because we're better than that. We don't let people argue with us. Okay, but what I'm saying with a narcissist is quit being so freaking nice to everybody. Alright, because not everybody deserves your kindness. So, when people will come up and everything, and they will take your kindness for weakness, right? So, you don't need to be nice to everybody. If so, they will come up and they will try to charm the pants off you. Well, literally, they will try to charm the pants off you. But the thing is the narcissist sees you, and they see you, and they are envious of you, okay? So they will basically try to kiss up to you because they are envious of you, okay? So I'm gonna talk about narcissists that were in my life, okay? So and other people too, but I'm just gonna talk about me because I don't want to talk about other people. So I'm gonna just talk about the ones that I know, okay, that I've experienced. What they do is they're jealous of you, so they will come up and they will act like they totally admire you, okay? So, because they actually do, okay? So they admire you, and they'll come up and they will just kiss up to you and like want to be your like best friend forever. So, but they don't really like actually love you. They just admire you, but in a jealous way, not like in a cool way, but in a jealous way. Okay, so it's not something good. It's not like they didn't come to be nice to you. Okay, but it seems that way. Okay, so they'll always be flattering you and all this other stuff, but in the back of their mind, they're just like super envious. So they'll only be able to keep it going for so long, and then one day they're going to snap and say something really, really messed up to you, and you're going to be like, whoa, where did that come from? And their jealousy is going to start showing. They're going to start getting mad. They're going to, like, if you have something they don't, they're going to snap and say, all this like envious stuff to you. And when I had like this narcissist friend, and yeah, you can have narcissist friends. They don't have to be lovers. They can be your coworker. They can be someone you're related to, bro. Seriously, they can be like a friend. I mean, everyone thinks it's somebody you're romantically involved with and they're cheating on you. No, a narcissist can be anybody, you guys, like anybody. So I'm talking about like a narcissistic friend. All of a sudden they can snap on you and you think they're your friend, and all of a sudden they're hating on you, like out of the blue, and they're saying all this stuff, okay? And it's like all this jealous stuff, and it's just mean jealous stuff, and you're like, whoa, where did that even come from, right? And I had to go ask a third party. I'm like, hey, she's saying all this stuff, and these other people had to say, yeah, she's hating on you. Like someone else had to tell me, this means she's hating on you. Like, I know you don't want to face it because you think she's your friend and she's been your friend all these years, but she's hating on you. And I had to describe her behavior to other people, and they're like, yeah, she's being a narcissist. That's, you don't want to face that's what your friend is doing, but she's being a narcissist, okay? She just needs your constant attention, and the more you tell her no, the more she tries to fight you. Okay, so this is what a narcissist doesn't like, because she was always buttering me up, so I was always being nice because she was always buttering me up, okay? They will totally make you fall for it. So what narcissists don't like is they don't like people who are insensitive, and I'm sensitive, okay? So they don't like people who are insensitive, and they don't like to be told no. They don't like people with boundaries. Okay? Now, I have boundaries, but I guess I didn't have enough of them with her, so that's why she liked me. Because for whatever reason, maybe my boundaries with her weren't strong because I don't know what it was. Whatever boundary I had with her, she was always fighting whatever boundary I had with her. It's like whenever I had one with her, she would fight it even harder and harder and harder. And whenever I put a boundary up, she just always had a problem with that. And they don't like boundaries, you guys. If you want to repel a narcissist, have a boundary, because they're going to have an issue with it. The thing about narcissists is they lack empathy. That is one of the diagnostic criteria for narcissism, is they lack empathy, okay? And the thing is they actually like hurting you. And that's one of the reasons they do what they do, is they like hurting you. So it's like, when people ask me, does the narcissist ever feel bad about doing X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah to me? No, they don't feel bad. They feel good about it. They want to hurt you, you guys. And they don't ever feel bad about what they did. Like, ever. They actually feel good about hurting you. Okay, because they're empty inside. Okay, so, and they're envious of everybody. For whatever perceived reason to be envious. Okay, and maybe there's no reason to be envious, but they're perceiving it. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, when I'm talking about perceptions of things you think are going on social media, and things you think are going on in other people's lives that aren't. Okay, they have all these things going on in their minds that are probably not even happening. Reasons to be jealous of other people that aren't even reasons to be jealous. Like reasons you think that other people are privileged and they're not. Okay, reasons to be jealous of other people that you have no reason to be jealous of them. Like their life is not as easy as you think it is. You know what I mean? Like people you should be friends with, but you're jealous with them instead. You think their lives are way easy, and their lives are not way easy. Okay, so apparently she thinks my life is way easy in ways that it's not. Okay, so the more I had boundaries with this person, the more her narcissism came out. Okay, narcissistic people do not like boundaries. I know what you guys are thinking. You're sitting here going, whoa, I thought narcissists were all about cheating. No, see, she's needing constant attention from people all the time. And here's another way that her narcissism was coming out. She goes around everywhere, and she's a Karen. Do you see how people go everywhere and they need to be a Karen everywhere? That's a form of narcissism. When someone has to go around and go, this isn't good enough, you're doing it wrong, this, and this, hello, can I talk to the manager? Okay. She's going around all the time, saying, she's always having to get upset about something, get mad, because she needs to get that attention. She needs to get that validation. Like, this isn't good enough. You guys need to fix this. Hello. And she's always doing things like that. You didn't do this right. That was part of her narcissism too. Okay. So she has to go around being a Karen all the time. Okay. And I don't mean Karen like in a racist way. I just mean Karen like, you're doing it wrong, I need to talk to the manager. I mean, it was just like she was always being one. It wasn't just like every once in a while. It was like in every single situation. She was always having a problem with her kids' teachers. She was always having a problem in a restaurant. She was always having a problem like with her kids, friends' parents. She was always having a problem with like everybody. And anytime someone told her no, she would have a tantrum. Because she was a narcissist. It was a boundary. And every time someone had a boundary with her, it was always a fight with her. So, narcissists cannot stand boundaries. So, if you want to repel a narcissist, have a boundary. Okay, do not be a yes person. Do not be a yes person, or else that narcissist will stay in your life. Okay, you need to have boundaries, because that will bring the narcissist out in them. You will need to get rid of that person. Okay. So they cannot stand boundaries. Now, watch who you give validation and praise to. Okay? Do not crave validation and praise from this person if you start to suspect what they are. Start validating and praising yourself. All right. Get up every day, like, say like you think your mate might be one, or some people around you might be one. Don't expect them to say anything nice to you, or don't crave their approval. Just start, just start approving yourself. Look in the mirror every day. Tell yourself how good you looked. Tell yourself how good you did, how well you did at whatever you did that day. Like, you know what, I did really well at work today. I did really well at this. Hey, you know what, I'm really smart. Or, just start validating yourself silently to yourself. Look in the mirror and look at everything you like about the way you look. Really just start liking yourself, and keep it to yourself, but just, repeat over and over and over how cool you think you are to yourself. Validate yourself. Build up your self-esteem. Okay, concentrate on everything good that you like about yourself and keep it to yourself. Do not validate them. Just keep validating yourself until your self-esteem starts growing and growing and growing and growing. Do not feed them. Do not feed their ego, and just feed yourself, because see, they want you to feel worthless, and they want you to give them attention. Okay, that's what keeps the narcissist around. So you don't want to feed into their ego, okay, because it's just never enough. That's what keeps them around, is you validating them. Okay, they just want that constant attention, and if they don't get it, they're gonna have a tantrum. Okay, and they need it from everybody. All right, and they're going to become like a stalker if you don't give them that attention. Okay, offer constructive criticism. They hate that. Oh, they want to give it to you, trust me. They want to give it to you, but it's like a backhanded compliment, and they're giving it to you out of the kindness of their heart, but they're actually going to say something really to you. Okay, but offer constructive criticism to them to keep them at bay, because narcissists hate that. Okay, they're going to try to do it to you to be mean, but do it to them to kind of keep them at bay. And I know that's a dark tactic and everything like that, and you're just kind of doing it to repel them. They're doing it to be mean to you, but you do that to repel them. Okay, and that is a dark tactic, and I don't really believe in offering people constructive criticism, to be honest, because I don't think criticism is good, period. But if it keeps a narcissist away from you, do it. Because narcissists don't have feelings, so I don't consider them human beings. I think you should do whatever means necessary. So I don't feel bad. Whatever you have to do to the narcissist to keep him away, do it. I just, people go, oh, it's a mental illness. No, they make narcissists, when they're about 7 or 8 years old, 6, 7, 8 years old, make the decision at that age to be that kind of person. And it gets worse from there. They could fight being that kind of person, but they make that decision. And they keep letting themselves get worse. Okay? And people with mental illnesses, they can control them on some level. Okay? So we need to have compassion on some level with mental illnesses, but people with personality disorders, there's a lack of empathy there, and they do want to be mean to you. So we need to not feel sorry for them. Okay, and we need to be a little bit mean to them, or else they're going to get you. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be funny. You need to be mean to them, or else they're going to go for your throat. That's just the truth. Okay, there's no reason to be nice to them, and there's no reason to feel sorry for them, because they're out to get you. And don't even be fooled. Don't even treat them like human beings. Nope. So, just basically, you don't want to be a doormat. Okay. So they want constant attention and praise, and remember they're jealous of you, and they're going to kiss up to you, and you just basically, you want to repel them with boundaries. All right, and it's going to make them mad because they don't respect other people. Okay, and if you have a long-standing history with being nice to them and letting them get away with their crap, and suddenly you become aware of what they are and you don't let them do it anymore, they are gonna lose their stuff. So, and it's really hard to face when you figure out they're narcissists, what they are, but you really do need to face what they are. Okay, and you need to, when you notice a narcissist is being a narcissist, you need to start handling them with these repelling behaviors. All right, or else you're going to keep attracting narcissists. Okay, and you need to start taking responsibility when you know you attract narcissists, and start having behaviors that repel them. Okay, because we're not victims on this channel. Okay, we repel narcissists on this channel. Okay, because we don't want any of those around here. We don't like those around here. It's okay to be mean to narcissists. They aren't human. Okay, we don't need to be nice to them. So that's all I have to say about them right now. And if anyone has anything to say rude to me about narcissists, or about how I should be nicer or whatever, or anything like that, I'm going to delete your comment. Okay, so don't even bother leaving me any comments. I'm just gonna delete it. So unless you have something helpful. But if it's something about how I need to be more sensitive to the narcissist, I will delete your comment, because I don't give a fuck. Okay? So this has been Juliana Angel, your Dark Mask Diva, and you guys have a beautiful evening. Good night.